All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I want to welcome. This is Chuck Banks, host of Dog Pound Radio, also author of Dog Mentality. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Turn 2 Workshop. If you are looking to advertise, we are cheap and we are looking for other advertisers throughout the entire 2024 season to keep this puppy rolling. Okay, tonight I've got Sir Isaac Newton on the other end. He's actually sitting right beside me, but we are getting a little bit closer view tonight of tonight's festivities and activities. Tonight we will see both the women's wrestling and the men's wrestling of Fort Madison Bloodhounds versus the Keokuk Chiefs. Tonight with the women's let's see here. It's hard to see. The lights are dimmed down low, so you got to give me a minute here. So we do know that Haley Kemper has a match. Sadie Brandon will have a match. Kat DePrima will have a match. Maddie Emmett will have a match, and Lucille Zimmerman will have a match this evening for the women's wrestling. So we are excited about getting geared up here. As you know, it's always nice to get back from what I would say, I don't know, Snowmageddon, right? Snowmageddon it's kind of hit us in all directions. But we are excited to kind of be back in action this evening. Tonight we will broadcast. Lord willing, on Saturday we'll get some video. I'll also be doing some Facebook Live tomorrow night, if as long as the weather holds out, up at the JV match up in L&M for the men's wrestling. Our guys will be up at the Urbandale tournament. I think they're taking a shortened crew, but it'll be exciting to watch them get after it on the mat. This evening on the let's see, looking at the Fort Madison side of things, the papers are a little goofy, so you're gonna have to bear with me. It looks like the Keokuk Chiefs will have a full lineup with the exception of 106. So Cole Fortnite quit him. We'll get another victory tonight at 106. Looks like junior varsity wise, let's see here. Junior varsity wise, it appears that Keokuk's going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like 8 matches, so that'll be good for our young men to get after it and fire away. Let us know where you're listening from. Who you're rooting for, and all that good stuff. Nick St. Clair got Fort Madison Bloodhounds. All right, he's the voice of the football program and does so many great things. Also coaches softball and many other facets that we see out there behind the scenes. He couldn't make it tonight, doggone it, but I'm going to try to make it here in a couple weeks. Hopefully, we can partner up and get after some basketball that's going to be geared away. So to give you kind of an idea, we're kind of at that 3/4 mark in the season. Our boys, are sitting. I want to say 6-1 dual record wise. Tonight is a conference meet. We do have another conference meet next week, or maybe it's 2 weeks against Burlington, and that'll probably be for all the marbles with Southeast Iowa and this big conference. So tonight is a big one. We all know it's a big one. Keokuk being one of the biggest rivals. I wouldn't call them adversaries. I would call them one of the biggest rivals in the state. When you look at two schools going at it, especially in Lee County, it's kind of the battle of the courthouse this evening, which is a lot of fun. Well, I'm gonna click on here. Nick says if it ever stops snowing, it'd be fantastic. Yeah, but I got in here on the way down. The snow was blowing a little bit. It stopped at Casey's there in the north side of Keokuk and kind of rolled in. Looks good. It looked good on my end. So, don't give me any weather updates before I get out of here because it might scare me, right, or scare my wife. I'm unsure with that. But no. So this week we have Keokuk tomorrow night. The JV will travel up to L&M, weather willing, and then on Saturday, a huge Urbandale invite that our varsity boys will be going to, which is going to be extremely important. It's one of those events that gets you kind of ready for the state tournament. And as we get closer and closer to Wells Fargo. And over the weekend, I believe we had two champs. We had Ike Thatcher, who's going to be a champion, and also got his 100th win. And obviously the Cheetah, okay, Cheetah, okay, ended up winning the championship as well. So we got two at 100. I know that we also have Teague that's very, very, very close to 100. We will be keeping an eye on that quite a bit. Next week, Tuesday night, we head to my hometown of Centerville, Iowa. You want to talk about another school that has a huge history in wrestling. Centerville's one of those places. So I get to go home and we get to go against Centerville on Tuesday. I want to say that then on Saturday we go to the Southeastern Conference Championships, which will be in Fairfield. Then the following week we have Burlington, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I could be goofed up there. Then we got districts getting ready to roll up for the gals. We got regionals coming up. I want to say a week from Saturday, and in those super regionals, it's going to be exciting to watch our gals, go after it, and make that state broadcast. So it's real exciting for that. We got Mama Doherty. She's watching the girls. The girls are Midland tomorrow. I appreciate that, Mama Doherty, because sometimes I don't have all my Googles and things like that wrapped up. So I appreciate you. And the Midlands invite's going to be extremely tough, but it'll give our gals a chance at some state quality matches. So that's exciting. I know that our basketball teams are chomping at the bit to get back in action. I think we're in action against Fairfield on Friday, and then it looks like it's going to be kind of a free for all Keokuk coming up, which never gets old. With Keokuk and Fort Madison going after it. Um, a couple of announcements. This is something new and exciting that I'm going to bring to the area this summer. I'm actually going to give talks, and if you're interested in booking me, be sure to hit me up, coaching culture and athletics at gmail.com. Uh, Excited to give back to our community. So we will be rocking and rolling here after the national anthem around 6 p.m. We'll be right back. You're listening you're watching Fort Madison Bloodhound Wrestling, both women's and men's, on the Dog Pound Radio Network. Also, it appears that we're going to have the luxury of seeing a couple of maybe 5 or 6 matches of youngsters wrestling, is going to be extremely fun to share on Dog Pound Radio. So I wanted to make sure that I threw that out there. Um, Again, let us know where you're listening from. Share for us and let everybody know that we're going to be rocking and rolling here in about 10 minutes. We'll be back. Hey, I want to say thank you to Dana Gonzalez. It's the pleasure's all mine. It's so exciting to be able to share a little bit with of wrestling in the Fort Madison community with the entire world. So definitely appreciate that, and stay warm in that living room, and be sure to share us. We'll be back. Like I said, we're going to be rocking and rolling here in about 8 7 8 minutes. Yep, Julie. Right now, I'm just kind of sitting back here, kind of waiting on everyone to get things rolling here. If you can hear me, be sure to say you can hear me now. But like I said, right now we appear to be about 5 minutes away from the national anthem and that festivity. So we will be right back. Porter Mason, I appreciate it, brother. Hope everything's going well for you. So I guess I could talk a little bit about the NFL and the football here as we get going. Um, the pick'ems. I hate to toot my own horn, but right now I'm sitting in first place, tied with a couple of our coaches sitting at 4-2. And this week I choose the Chiefs. Okay. And I choose the Ravens and I choose the 49ers and Lions. Be sure to, to tweet out, message, and let us know who you're rooting for, when you look at the NFL. Now, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I will tell you that women's wrestling, man, is stinking amazing to watch the job that Kyle and all those folks are doing on that end. And I think I saw an older Doherty that I had on my show here recently, and he was out there kind of doing some coaching. So it's just been a blessing, to be a part of this Fort Madison community, and it's kind of reinvigorated my soul, and I mean that from my whole heart. So anyway, just give us a few moments. Sir Isaac Newton's over there, and he's got the headset on. He can hear every word that I say. So if I talk bad things about Sir Isaac, he knows it. I think he's grinning over there. I'm not 100% sure, but we're getting closer and closer. We got some young, looks like dogs and young Chiefs getting ready to fire up. We'll be right back. Looks like we're running just a wee bit behind, but looks like the youngsters are out there getting warmed up and focused. So it's going to be fun to watch some youngins doing some wrestling tonight, followed by women's wrestling, and then followed by the men's wrestling. So we're excited about this conference event. And again, be sure to share for us and all that good stuff. Again, let us know, where you're listening from, who you're rooting for, all that good stuff. I'm going to guess that most of us are Bloodhound rooting tonight, but it's super exciting to again to be a part of this broadcast. So hopefully we're getting closer and closer to the situation where we can get things lined up and get fired up. But again, we'll be right back. All right, so I'm getting closer and closer to starting this puppy up. Looks like our official this evening is going to be the one and only Mason Shao. So it's exciting not only to get a lot of wrestling involved here, but there's a whole lot of Fort Madison Bloodhound tradition just soaking up the sun, so to say. Hopefully, if I say sun loud enough, it won't get too cold at home this evening, and put us in one of those weather delays again. I'm telling you, I don't want that. It kind of feels like we're going to be going to school till July 1st now. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, we're getting closer and closer. At least I hope. It's about six after. Still waiting. We're running a little bit behind here in Keokuk, so be sure to bear with us. Leonard Baker says, "Go Cold Fortnite, Quittem." Quittem's going to get a win tonight. He's going to get a forfeit. So we're going to start the varsity festivities up 6-0. So getting ready for some youngsters to wrestle. I don't unfortunately have any of the names for these gentlemen, but it'll be fun to call some youth wrestling. I do see some guys kind of rolling around. I know that they have a lot of fun with the older guys, and it's always fun to get on the mat and share those experiences with everybody. If you get a chance, let me know how my sound quality is. I want to make sure that I give you the very best quality that I can. But remember, we are brought to you tonight by Turn 2 Workshop. So now we got some announcements coming. So we're getting ready to fire away.
You're going to see all kinds of wrestling. We're going to see 4 little kids matches.
Okay, so we're going to see 4 young matches.
If you are the parent or the guardian of a senior that is being recognized, we need to get to
Okay, it looks like it's going to be senior night for Keokuk as well.
By the water fountain.
Lots of festivities going on tonight here.
The seniors honor them. Then they're going to run around, get warmed up. We'll do the lineups for both the boys and the girls, the national anthem, the lineups. Then we'll have the girls' matches.
See Mason Chow walking to the center of the mat. It is a lot of fun to see, a former football player that I coach. So in the middle of the mat.
From Keokuk, Lane Guy. From Fort Madison.
Okay, we got Lane.
Finley Pence.
Okay, we got, let's see. So we got Quimbley from Fort Madison, and I want to say Lane from Keokuk. So I'll probably just mention the schools themselves. All right, so both guys getting low here. They're kind of working on here. Okay, Keokuk goes down for a 2-point takedown. Fort Madison's going to be up 2-0. Working on the youngster from Keokuk. Both guys moving around. Oh, we got looks like it's okay. So it's going to be an escape. So it's going to be 2-1 Fort Madison at this point. Both guys still feeling each other out. Keokuk going down for a double leg takedown. Fort Madison trying to fight it off. Keokuk's going to get a 2-point takedown. So Keokuk's going to go up 3-2. Now it's going to be 3-3. Even Steven in this first match of the evening. Keokuk's kid falls down. Fort Madison. Keokuk's going, he's very aggressive. Fort Madison going to go around and get a 2-point takedown. So it's going to be 5-3 Fort Madison. And, okay, so, 2-point reversal, 5-5. This thing is a barn burner here. Oh, okay, so there's not going to be any back points awarded. The score is going to be 5-5. And, man, you want to talk about freaking lightning fast there. That was definitely it. So it's 5-5. Looks like both guys are going to choose the neutral position and go at it. Both youngsters working. Mason's going to blow the whistle. Keokuk, both guys very aggressive. Keokuk's going to get a takedown. So Keokuk will be up 7-5 in this match, which is, it's lightning right now. Fort Madison trying to get to his base, trying to get up here. Keokuk's able to ride. No riding time in youth wrestling. Okay, so Fort Madison's trying to get the escape here. Still 7-5. Both guys. Okay, so it's going to be 7-6. At this point, Keokuk is ahead. Youth wrestling again. For both guys, shooting. Keokuk able to take that off. Looked like Keokuk's youngster had a collar tie. Both guys working hard. Keokuk going for that. Able to fight that off. Fort Madison still working. Keokuk going, but no, it's going to be a takedown, Fort Madison. So it's going to be 8-7, Fort Madison, and it's going to end the period. So Red's going to get the choice, and he's going to choose down. So Right now, Fort Madison up in this first match, 8-7. Keokuk's youngster is going to cover up. Fort Madison trying to get up fast. Up 8. Fort Madison's up 8-7. Oh, okay. So we got an escape. So now the score is 9-7. We got okay. So we got a takedown. Fort Madison up 11-7, and he's getting back points here. And it's going to be a pin. So the first match very even, Steven, but in the third period with 41 seconds left, the youngster from Fort Madison is going to win this match.
And for pins.
Fun being able to call the youngsters. Again, let me know if the sound quality is good. I want to make sure. All right, so we got Fort Madison. I can't tell the singlet. It's blue and white. Okay. So we got Keokuk versus Fort Madison, number 2. Here we go. Both youngsters moving around. It's awesome to see these youngsters go at it. Young kids. All right, so Fort Madison gonna get a takedown. Oh, got a takedown, and we're gonna have a potential reversal here. And not yet. Okay. Keokuk's gonna get a reversal, so it's gonna be 2-2. 2-2. And it appears that Keokuk's really working on that front headlock, trying to get the youngster from Fort Madison down. It's all tied up 2-2. Keokuk's got the youngster in Fort Madison on his back, getting back points. Mason's down there pretty tight. It's pretty tight here. 16 seconds left. Fort Madison youngster still fighting though. Both guys still working. Oh, we got a reversal. So it's going to be 3 points, 5. It's going to be okay. So I'm going to have to figure this out here. So we get 3 points, 5 points, and then you get a reversal. So I think the score is 5-4. The scorekeeper still got it 5-2. So I'm unsure on the score at this point. I think it's 5-4, but they have 5-2 up there right now. Starting the second period, Keokuk's going to cover up. Fort Madison trying to get out of it. I don't think they awarded a reversal, but okay, Fort Madison's still trying to fight out of that. Keokuk's able to put Fort Madison on his back. Okay, we got potentially dangerous, so we're going to restart it. Oh, he's going to give a point to Red. So right now the scorekeepers still have it 5-3. It's 5-3 Keokuk in our match number 2. 47 seconds left to go in the second period. Okay, so Fort Madison trying to fight out of that, but Keokuk's got him on his back. So Keokuk's going to get some back points here at least. Fort Madison's able to roll out of it, but he's really got that neck wrenched right now. We got a 2-point reversal, so it's 8-3. So 8-5 at this point. Fort Madison, the youngsters really working hard to try to get Keokuk kid on his back. Both kids working hard. Scores 8-5 with 8 seconds left to go in the second period. Oh, he's getting back point. Well, I don't know if he's getting back. Yeah, he's getting back points. Okay. So time's going to run out. And it's going to be 8-5 Keokuk at this point, going into the final period. So Fort Madison chooses neutral. Fort Madison going in for a 2-point, or going for him for a double leg here. He's got to get his head around. He's got both guys still in the scrambling position. Both guys still scrambling. So it's going to be a 2-point takedown. So it's going to be 8-7. Oh, I think he's getting back points. I think Fort Madison's getting back points here. I don't know. Okay, so the score is still 8-7. Oh, he's got to be getting close to back points there. Both guys still working extremely hard here. Youngsters, 23 seconds left to go in the third and final period. Fort Madison still trying to get that youngster on his back to get some points here. Oh, he's not getting. Oh, there. No count. No count. No count. So I think he's going to run out of time here. Okay, he's going to run out of time. So Keokuk is going to win the match 8-7.
8-7 win for Detroit.
8-7. So that was a great match.
A reminder, if you are a parent or guardian of a senior, start making your way to the hallway, please. That'll be next on the docket.
All right, looks like we got a couple more youngsters going.
And for Fort Madison, Ethan Pieper.
All right, so we got Guerin versus Pieper. Okay, Guerin versus Pieper. That way I don't have to screw the names up. We're good. Garrett and Guerin. So we got Fort Madison, Keokuk, both guys, trying to figure out how they're gonna. They're putting a lot of pressure on the elbows. Keokuk goes in for a takedown. Fort Madison's able to hide it off, but now both guys in a scramble situation, and Keokuk's going to get a 2-point takedown right there on the edge. And he was working on the back points. They're going to be out of bounds. 35 seconds left to go in the first period. Keokuk's up 2-0. Keokuk's going to cover up Pieper. Okay, Fort Madison tries to do a quick roll. He's got to get out of that, and hopefully get a point here in the last 20 seconds or so. Keokuk's able to, pretty nice technical young man from Keokuk working on this kid. So both guys working each other. Almost 10 seconds left to go in the first period, and it's 2-0 Keokuk. Where Madison's still trying to work on the docket, to work on the edge. So it's going to be 4 seconds left in the first period. We'll go back to the center of the mat. Keokuk's going to cover up. Fort Madison has got to try to get up. I think that's how the first period is going to end, with Keokuk up 2-0. So fairly even Steven match here. Third match out of 4 for youth wrestling. So Keokuk's going to defer. I'm going to guess that, Fort Madison's going to go neutral. Both guys going up there. Both guys working hard. That's kind of a okay. Both guys working. Keokuk's able to get the young man from Fort Madison on his back, so he's got at least a 2-point takedown. He's got him extremely tight there. It's got to be close. Nice bridge from Fort Madison's youngster. Right now, a takedown to back. It's going to put us. Okay, there's the pin. So Keokuk's going to win match 3 of the youth. So we've got one more youth match up. Then we're going to have senior night, the national anthem, women's wrestling, and then men's wrestling. So we are rocking and rolling. All right, so we got a let's see, kind of a pee-wee match for the ladies. So this will be fun. The gal from Keokuk jumping up and down. They're going to shake hands. Mason blows the whistle, and we're off. Very technical. We're in a scramble situation. Keokuk's gal is just too strong. She's able to take us down, and she's going to throw in that half Nelson, trying to get the leverage there. Keokuk up 2-0 in this last of the youth matches. Keokuk gal is going to go over to the other side, trying to keep her continuously flat, still working along. Keokuk almost had her turned, working on that half pretty hard, and it looks like she's going to start getting back points here pretty quick. Fort Madison's able to fight out of that. Both girls still working extremely hard, getting close to the edge of the mat, working through here. Still no back points awarded. So Fort Madison, the gal from Fort Madison, has been able to fight that off until now, right at the edge there, and she's got her. Okay, so it's going to end. It's going to end the second period. I think it's just going to award 2 points. So right now, Keokuk is up 4-0 in our last of our youth matches. All right, so Fort Man. All right, let's see. Keokuk's going to choose down. She's gonna, Fort Madison's really trying to work her hard to suck her into a cradle type situation. So she's really working. She was pretty close to a cradle there. Still working on the crossface. Keokuk gal is working extremely hard trying to fight out of that. It appears that the Fort Madison gal's in trouble. 2 point reversal. Keokuk's going to go up 6-0, and she's going to be getting back points. I would say she's got her pretty tight. 25 seconds left to go. It's going to be a pin. So that's going to be a fall for Keokuk. And I believe that's going to be the end of our youth wrestling. So we're getting ready for women's wrestling, but we're going to do senior night before that. So we'll be right back. Be sure not to click on any other links and understand that Dog Pound Radio is only Dog Pound Radio on Facebook, at CCA on Culture, or Coaching Culture and Athletics on YouTube. That's our only 3 broadcast links. And we, unfortunately, in today's digital age, we get a lot of crap out there. So we'll be right back.
Her memory. Watching the wrestlers suffer while I sit comfortably on a mat. Interesting memory for Rennie Squire. Cheerleader Lizzie Salyers, escorted by her mom and dad, Mike and Mary Salyers. She has been a cheerleader for 4 years. She is going to William Penn, where she got a scholarship to cheer, and she will be studying human services. Her best memory, they evidently had a sleepover in the school, and she was sliding down the stairs on air mattresses. So that is her memory. Joshua Baum. He's a wrestler. His parent is Kayla Baum. He has been in wrestling for 4 years. You're going to hear a variety of years in wrestling. Some people interpreted this differently. He's been involved for 4 years. He's going to college. Now, I had a hard time reading this, so I'm going to interpret what I think it said. His best memory in wrestling was seeing Coach Rose not mad. I think that's what it said for Josh. Robert House,
All right, we're getting closer and closer to the national anthem. I'm gonna put up a comment by me, and if you do this, you got a shot at winning a copy of Dog Mentality. Be sure to share the post and comment, roll hounds, whatever, and you'll win an opportunity to win the book. We'll be right back. Not you, though, Isaac. Okay, I got my first Chuck the Tank Banks methodology. Hey, cowboy, good to see you. And from Mama Doherty, roll hounds. Wesley Birch, roll hounds. All right, so we're getting closer and closer here. I hope a little bit behind schedule, but it is what it is. It's also dark up here. I can't believe how dark uh, it is for me trying to discuss kind of what we're looking at here. It looks like we're going to have Ashley Houston a sophomore, going up against junior Haley Kemper. We've got junior Sadie Brandon going to go up against, looks like, I don't want to screw it up, Gardner, sophomore, 190. It appears we have Maddie Emmett, sophomore, going up against Ashley Houston.
Okay.
Getting ready for the national anthem.
I'm going to do the lineups now. I'm going to do the
I guess
first.
lineups.
Okay, I guess we're doing national anthem first. So please rise and honor America as the national anthem is played.
All right. So we're getting ready to rock and roll here.
Lineups for the women. They will be opening at 170. For Keokuk, Jayla Gardner. For Fort Madison, Sadie Brandon.
We got Gardner versus Brandon.
At 190, both are open. At 235, both are open. At 100, both are open. At 105 for Keokuk, Maddie Rose. For Fort Madison, Haley Kemper.
So we got Maddie Rose and Haley Kemper at 105.
At 110 for Keokuk, Natalie Baum. Fort Madison is open.
Natalie Bond will get the forfeit.
At 115, both are open. At 120 for Fort Madison, Mara Smith. And Keokuk is open.
Mara Smith will get the forfeit.
At 125 for Fort Madison, Brianna Fenton. And Keokuk is open.
Fenton will get the forfeit.
At 130 for Fort Madison, Chloe Sokolik. And Keokuk is open.
Chloe will get a forfeit.
At 135 for Fort Madison, Kat DePrima. And Keokuk is open.
DePrima is going to get a forfeit.
At 140 for Fort Madison, Tatum Peters. And Keokuk is open.
Tatum Peters will get a forfeit.
At 145 for Keokuk, Jalea Gardner. And for Fort Madison, Maddie Emmett.
We're going to have Gardner versus Emmett.
155, both are open. And then there will be an extra match between Ashley Houston from Keokuk and Lucille Zimmerman from Fort Madison.
Lucille and Ashton will go after it. All right, lots of open.
They will be opening at 165.
Guys will be opening at 165.
For Keokuk, Xavier Johnson. And for Fort Madison, Joe Hartman.
Xavier Johnson versus Joe Hartman.
At 175 for Keokuk, Conrad Kirchner. For Fort Madison, Gavin Callahan.
Conrad Kirchner against Gavin Callahan.
At 190, Keokuk is open. Fort Madison, Isaac Thatcher.
Isaac Thatcher will get a forfeit.
At 215, Keokuk is open. For Fort Madison, Teague Smith.
Teague Smith will get a forfeit at 215.
At 285 for Keokuk, Micah Kay. For Fort Madison, Corey Arnett.
Micah Kay versus Corey Arnett.
At 106, Keokuk is open. Fort Madison, Cole Whitman.
Cole Fortnite Quittem. He'll get a forfeit tonight.
At 113 for Keokuk, James Neff. For Fort Madison, Brody Bolander.
James Neff versus Brody Bolander at 113.
At 120 for Keokuk, Riley Moore. For Fort Madison, Luke Vanderpool.
Rylan Moore versus Luke Vanderpool.
At 126 for Keokuk, Robert Howes. For Fort Madison, Noah Swigert.
Be Howes versus Swigert at 126.
At 132 for Keokuk, Josh Ball. For Fort Madison, Logan Pennock.
Josh Ball versus Logan Pennock.
At 138 for Keokuk, Xavier Nelson. And for Fort Madison, Tatum Sheila.
Xavier versus Tatum Shellack.
At 144 for Keokuk, Gavin Lemaster. For Fort Madison, Katie Goodrich.
So we got Lemaster versus Goodrich.
At 150 for Keokuk, Anthony Stice. For Fort Madison, Rainer Johnson.
150, we got Stice versus Rainer Johnson.
At 157 for Keokuk, Hayden Brewer. And for Fort Madison, Nolan Riddle.
Brewer versus Nolan Riddle. Cheetah. All right, we're getting ready to rock. Mason Shaw getting ready to take the middle, and we're getting ready to go. Gonna have a
Instead of Gavin Callahan, it's Jack Bennett.
All right. I don't know about you, but I get extremely excited for wrestling. Scream at your TV, your computer, your device, so I can hear you. Yeah, Mason Chow trying to get things going here. It's 6:43 in the evening, so we're a little bit behind, but it is what it is.
Sadie Brandon for Fort Madison.
Okay, we got Sadie Brandon coming up.
Gardner for Keokuk.
So it's going to be Brandon versus Gardner. This ought to be a good one. Gardner versus Brandon. Brandon's going to give up a little bit of weight in this match, kind of working around. Gardner's going to grab Brandon by the head. She's going to go for that single leg. Brandon's able to fight that off. So both gals still working each other. Gardner really putting a lot of pressure on Sadie's head here. Sadie's just kind of feeling her out. Sadie's going to grab her. It's going to grab that, looking for maybe a collar tie of some type. Gardner's able to get it. Sadie's able to get a single leg. She's going to get a takedown here, and she's going to take her to her back. And at least 2 points, if not 3 here. Sadie's going to have to kind of move herself around here. She's got the count. I'm unsure whether or not she's going to be able to pin her in this situation, but there's 1:18 left to go in the first period, and she's working. Okay, so still trying to push her back to her back here. Sadie's got a lot of pressure on her. I don't think she's going to get the pin here, though. Still, Sadie's really starting to work here. Okay, so she's at least going to get 3 points here. So right now, Sadie is sitting up at this point 5-0 at the 170 contest against Gardner. Sadie trying to get into maybe a potential cradle situation here. Still working hard. Isaac, if you get a chance, move all the way up to the corner. Sadie's still trying to push her. Still working her hard. Not a whole lot of action going with 30 seconds left to go in the first period. Sadie Brandon of Fort Madison up 5-0 on Gardner. Okay, Gardner's able to get to her base. That puts Sadie in a potential situation where Gardner may be able to get loose So she's going to get loose with 13 seconds left to go in the first period. It's going to be 5-1 Sadie Brandon at this point. Both gals still working. Sadie did a real nice single leg last time. It's going to end the first period. Sadie Brandon of the Bloodhounds up 5-1 on Gardner of Keokuk. Oh, that's much better, Isaac. Sir Isaac Newton. Give him a shout out there. Okay, so Gardner's going to choose down. Sadie Brandon's going to cover up here. Mason still doing the countdown here. 170-pound match. Sadie's going to cover up. She's going to be able to break Gardner down initially, and it looks like she's going to be able to get some back points here if she's able to basically extend those legs. That's what she's got to work on. Getting a count. I'd say at least 2 points. She's really got it wrenched here. 1:43 left to go in the second period. There's a fall, Bloodhound fall, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a turn 2 workshop fall with 1:41 left to go in the second period. So that's going to put your Lady Hounds up 6-0 in the contest.
190, both are open. 235, both are open. 100, both are open. We're now 105 for Keokuk, Manny Rose. For Fort Madison, Haley Kempner.
Maddie Rhodes versus Kemper. Kemper is a returning state qualifier last year. She's putting together quite a remarkable season. It's always fun to watch her wrestle. Okay, so Rose versus Kemper. Mason's getting them set up. Kemper's, kind of goes in. She's going to grab that head and is going to push Rose out of bounds. Okay. Definitely Kemper pushing some offense here. She's head to head, trying to get into a kind of a takedown to back situation. Working on the collar tie. Kemper's still kind of feeling stuff out. Rose is moving around a little bit, getting lower. Rose has got a headlock, front headlock. Kemper's able to fight out of it, but Kemper's able to get her in a headlock situation, and she's going to throw her to her back. So Kemper's got this pretty tight on Rose of Keokuk. So Kemper's getting back points, so it's a takedown to back situation. So let's see how many points he's going to give. He's going to give 3. So Kemper up 5-0. She's going to turn Rose again. 1:15 left to go in the first period, and it appears that I'm going to guess 3 more points will be awarded at that point, and it is. So it's 8-0. Kemper's still working on Rose, scoring a lot of points in a real fast situation. She's got her pretty tight in this situation, and there's a fall. So 1:03 into the first period, Haley Kemper, the Fort Madison Bloodhounds, is going to win by fall. So that's a turn 2 workshop fall or pin, or however you want to say it. So Fort Madison 12-0. Waiting on the next match. All right, so it's going to be a forfeit, so that'll move the score to 12-6 Fort Madison.
15, both are open. At 120 for Fort Madison, Mara Smith.
Mara Smith will come out and get her hand raised, and that'll put Fort Madison up 18-6. She will get a forfeit. So I'm going to try to keep track of the score.
For Fort Madison, Brina Fenton.
So we have Brina Fenton coming out, and I see Mason's trying to get some information on the forfeits and all that good stuff right at this point. Okay, so Fenton is going to get the forfeit, and that will put Fort Madison up 24-6.
130 for Fort Madison, Chloe Sokolik.
Chloe Sokolik's going to come out, and I believe she's going to get her arm raised as well. So that puts Fort Madison up 30-6.
At 135 for Fort Madison, Kat DePrima.
Kat DePrima. She's probably going to come out and get a forfeit as well. So that, again, that will move the score up 36-6 at this point. 36-6.
At 140 for Fort Madison, Tatum Peters.
So we got Tatum coming out, another phenomenal wrestler. She's going to get her arm raised. So right now we are at 42 to 6.
145 for Keokuk, Jalea Gardner. For Fort Madison, Maddie Emmett.
Okay, we got Maddie Emmett and we got Gardner. So we finally get a match here. Maddie Emmett and Gardner, they're going to shake hands. It appears to be a sister. Okay, Maddie's going to go on Gardner. She's grabbing the head. Gardner, very strong wrestler. It looks like both gals still kind of feeling each other out. Still working. Gardner trying to pull her in. Gardner's going to go in for a double leg takedown. She's going to get Emmett in trouble. You get a 2-point takedown. So Gardner of Keokuk up 2-0. Maddie Emmett. Gardner working hard, trying to get her flattened down so she can work on that half Nelson. Still working, close to a potentially dangerous or locked hand situation. Okay, so Gardner's getting back points. Oh, Maddie's in a rough situation. She's able to fight out of that. It's going to be 3 points. Gardner up 5-0 here with 1:11 left to go in the first period. Out of bounds, they'll come back to the center of the mat. 1:08 left. Gardner of Keokuk up 5-0 of Emmett of Fort Madison. Okay, so Red's going to choose the neutral position, Keokuk's going to let her up. So it's 5-1. Gardner feels comfortable on her feet. Emmett goes down for a double leg takedown. Gardner's able to flatten her out and get the takedown. So it's going to be 7-1 Keokuk in this situation. Gardner working pretty high on. She's able to flatten Emmett down. So Gardner's working on that half Nelson again to try to get her over and get some back points here. Emmett able to come to her base, but she's okay. So we're going to call potentially dangerous, and he's going to give 1 point. Mason's going to give 1 point. So 7-2 Gardner. I think locked hands was the call that I was able to see there. So Emmett's going to be down. Okay, so Gardner's going to say go up. So it's 7-3 at this point. 38 seconds left in the first period. So Gardner's going down for that. Oh, she's going to slam Emmett to the mat. Get a 2-point takedown. Close to being a little bit overkill. Working on the half Nelson, trying to flatten Emmett down. Gardner of Keokuk up 9-3 at this point, and she's got Emmett in trouble. Emmett's trying to do the bridge, trying to fight up, but she's going to give up some back points here. 10 seconds left. Oh, it's going to be a fall. So Gardner of Keokuk's going to pin Emmett of Fort Madison. So that's going to move the score to 42-12.
10 and 150 for Gardner. And both are open at 155. We do have a match.
Okay, so we got an extra match.
Ashley Houston for Keokuk and Lucille Zimmerman for Fort Madison.
So we got Houston and Zimmerman in an extra match here. This should be a fun match. And it appears that they're down at about the 100-105 weight range. Houston trying to grab on that head. She's really wrenching on Zimmerman at this point. Zimmerman's able to fight through the arm. Zimmerman appears to be giving up a little bit of weight against Houston. Both gals still trying, getting head to head. I don't like seeing the side to side head. I'd rather see kind of forehead to forehead is puts you in a better situation. Zimmerman really needs to work on maybe doing a pull down and a fake and kind of wrap around behind. Both guys, Houston's putting a lot of pressure on that neck of Zimmerman of Fort Madison at this point. Both gals still trying to feel each other out. It's okay. So Houston's able to go in for a single leg. Zimmerman's able to fight that off. Now we're in a scramble situation. It appears we're going to get a takedown here. So it's going to be a takedown, 2-0 lead from Zimmerman of Fort Madison. All right, so we're going to call locked hands. So it's going to be Zimmerman's going to give up a point. It's going to be 2-1. 2-1. So locked hands, and we've seen that a couple times this evening. I think Houston's supposed to be down here. Okay, so we're still working. All right, Houston's going to go down. Zimmerman comes on top, covers up. Mason blow. Oh, she's able to throw Houston to her back there real quick. I tell you what, man, she's got her on her back, and she's got Houston in trouble at this point. And it's going to be a fall, ladies and gentlemen. Another turn 2 workshop fall this evening, Bloodhound fall. 44 seconds left to go in the first period. Zimmerman wins. We're getting ready for some more action here. I'm unsure whether or not we're going to see JV action or we're going to see the men's wrestling, but that's great. Lady Bloodhounds is going to end with a big win tonight. So roll Hounds. We'll be right back for the guys in just a few moments. Score with your Lady Hounds picking up the win tonight in the duels. There were lots of open weights, so I didn't really do the math when it came to that. So I apologize. Looks like we're going to have some JV action here pretty quick, and we'll kind of see how it fights. I've got a lot of papers, but I'll have to flip over kind of back and forth tonight. To kind of check some stuff out. Looks like, potentially 144, we got Tate Green or Kevin Wynn wrestling tonight. 150, Calvin Johnson, Liam Pryor. 157, Ben Blanchard. 175, Jack the Beast Benner. I hear possibly could be wrestling some varsity tonight, so we'll see what happens. 190, Marshall Heitman. 215, Aaron Warner, Wyatt Day. Cal Hennings, and 285, Akil, the real deal, Wilkerson. 126, Ethan Moore, Hunter Smart. And 132, we got Chase Harris. I know Bo Wagner's gone tonight. 138, Eric Cornelius. So that's our JV guys that'll be coming out here pretty quick. I'm unsure how many matches we're going to see.
JV matches. The first match.
4 JV matches.
Levi Alex. And for Fort Madison, Calvin Johnson.
Okay, so we got Calvin Johnson versus Alex. So I'm going to double check the weights here. 150. Okay. I don't see that name, but that's all right. So, oh boy. Okay, so we got Calvin Johnson against Keokuk. Calvin's putting a lot of pressure, a lot of leverage on that head, trying to smack him down. I know Calvin wrestles his brother really hard, Rainer. It's a lot of fun to watch those two brothers go at it. But Keokuk working. Looks like Calvin's going to be able to go in for that double leg takedown. Going to get a 2-point takedown, and he's gonna work the Keokuk kid into a situation where he could possibly get that half Nelson over. He's got him down here. He's getting the Keokuk kid's able to bridge. Calvin's got a lot of pressure on this young man in this JV match. 150, and we got a turn 2 workshop pin and a Bloodhound fall, ladies and gentlemen. Calvin Johnson gets the win by fall. 3 more JV matches, and then we are at it.
Match for Keokuk, Brendan McLeod. For Fort Madison, Hadley Johnson.
So we got McLeod versus Hadley Johnson. It's going to be fun to watch Hadley wrestle. He's kind of been banged up this season, but it's going to be fun to watch him go at it. So we got McLeod versus Hadley. So all right, so here we go. Got Hadley kind of grabbing McLeod's head pretty hard here. Hadley's a bull rider, so he's a tough kid. We're working on pulling the Keokuk kid down. Gentlemen, Hadley's trying to tie up that arm, trying to put himself in a situation of maybe a takedown to back situation as well. Hadley's working hard, but so is McLeod. Ooh, Hadley's able to throw him to his back, so it's at least 2 points, if not a fall. That's going to be a turn 2 workshop pin and a bloodhound fall, ladies and gentlemen. Hadley wins by fall. 2 more JV matches to go.
For Keokuk, Andreas Harmon, and for Fort Madison, Marshall Heitman.
You got Harmon versus Marshall, the General Heitman. Heitman did a wonderful job this year for the JV football program, kind of running in a general type situation. Marshall's going to smack his legs together, and he's going to go against Harmon here. So Marshall has improved dramatically. Marshall's kind of a bull. He's grabbing Harmon by the head from Keokuk. Marshall's still trying to figure out, that he can't get his head side to side, get it head to head, put himself in that situation. Marshall's going to grab him. He's going to try to bull rush him. He's going to try to get him in a situation. He's going to get the takedown. So 2 points on Marshall's going to get it. Okay, so it's going to be out of bounds. It appeared that Harmon almost was able to throw Marshall on his back. So he's going to have to be careful with that. Marshall working against Harmon of Keokuk. Marshall kind of head-to-head. I like that a little bit better. Both guys grabbing the hands. They got to be careful with the fingers. They say that in college a lot, right? Excuse me. All right, so Harmon's going to go in for a double leg takedown. We're in a scramble situation. Marshall's got to be able to fight through that. Marshall's a tough kid, so it's going to be tough to be able to pull him over. Marshall needs to move his feet. He's on his knees right now, which puts him in a stalemate situation. Marshall working him around. He's still working. Both guys still no points awarded. Marshall up 2-1 at this point. Marshall's working on it. Okay, he's going to take him down. Oh, he still has not been awarded the point. Marshall's really trying to get into a situation, maybe a spladle situation. Marshall's trying to lift him up on the other side. 30 seconds left to go in the first period. Both guys still scrambling, and Marshall's going to get a 2-point takedown, and that's going to put him up 3-2 at this point. So Marshall's got to work hard here, try to get off of Harmon. 16 seconds left. The only thing you can really hope for is maybe to get out of bounds and be able to put himself in a situation where he can get out. Marshall's still trying to get out. Okay, so he's able to get the escape. Oh, he threw him on his back. Ooh. Okay, unsure. Okay, so he's going to get the escape. So it's going to be all knotted up, 3-3 at the beginning of the second period. Appears to be kind of an even-Steven match against Harmon of Keokuk and Marshall Heitman of Fort Madison. Marshall's going to defer. Harmon's going to go down, which is 90% of the time, when you look at the wrestling situation. So Harmon goes down. Marshall touches him. He's got to make sure he can't touch him. Okay, so Marshall's going to cover up. All right, so we're going to say caution. Marshall's still kind of learning the ways of the force when we look at wrestling, but it's all good. Okay, Marshall's going to cover up. He's going to try to take Harmon down. Harmon's pretty strong kid. Marshall working on that half, and a cradle situation, and Marshall's could get himself in a bit of trouble. He's able to fight that off and take Harmon down. Marshall's really got that half Nelson hard. Okay, so now Marshall Heitman's gonna get some back points, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, no back points. 3-3. Worked really hard. 1:30 left to go in the second period. Marshall still, he's putting a lot of pressure on Harmon. Harmon's on his back. Marshall's got him tight. All right. Turn 2 workshop pin, bloodhound fall. That's 3 in a row. All right.
And the
That's awesome.
For Keokuk, go in the line, and for Fort Madison and Theo Wilkerson.
Okay, so Mojave versus Akil, the real deal Wilkerson. So Akil was really upset with himself last week, put himself in a situation, is one of those, young wrestler moves, and he was ended up putting on his back. But Akil is excited here to get back in action. So we'll see what happens. Akil going head to head against the big boy from Keokuk. Akil's, he doesn't shy away from contacts. You got to go up against CJ pretty much, all the time in practice. So both guys working each other, trying to wrench each other's head to potentially put each other in a throw. Keel's got to do a better job with his hands and get leverage inside. Keokuk's able to fight through that. Both guys trying to fight for inside leverage at this point. Akil kind of losing that. So the Keokuk kid's kind of wrenching his head, trying to pull him down, working hard here. Akil is still working. 1:20 left to go in the first period. Akil's got to do a better job getting his hands in there and fighting through. Both guys still kind of feeling each other out. Akil able to get his hands in. It's a lot of hand fighting at this point. Be nice to see Akil go for like a pull behind or a situation where he's not trying to bear hug. So Akil's got the arms locked, and he's in a pretty good situation now. If he can, Akil grabs that left leg. Keokuk's able to fight it off, but okay, so both guys are in scramble position. Akil's got that headlock. If he can use his weight and get around there, he's going to be in pretty good shape here. Akil's going to get a takedown, ladies and gentlemen. Akil, the real deal Wilkerson, 30 seconds left to go in the first period. He's working on that half pretty hard, ladies and gentlemen, and he's really working him hard here. Akil still trying to put himself in a situation where he can get this young man turned from Keokuk. Keel's got a lot of weight, a lot of pressure on his back. He's got him pretty flat. Not a whole lot of movement going on. Both guys kind of fighting with the hands right now. Not a lot of movement. Potential stalemate situation. Keel trying to get his head down, trying to put him in. Okay, so it's going to end the first period. Akil, the real deal Wilkerson, up 2-0 at the 285-pound JV match. Whew. I'm going to have to get a drink. All right, so Keokuk's going to choose neutral, which, it's a smart situation. See if Akil can get another one of those leverage moves. Both guys were kind of in a scramble situation earlier. Akil's doing a nice job getting the head-to-head, trying to wrap down. Both guys really strong young men, working around. Akil's going to go in for that single leg, but Keokuk was able to try to grab, kind of fight that off and put on a headlock, but Akil's able to fight out of that. Akil's still, he's got that arm locked up, so he's going to put himself in a maybe situation again. We are locked up. We are locked up down there. We are locked up. All right. Okay, so it's going to be a takedown Keokuk. We apologize. We're not getting a lot of good internet right now. Akil's going to try to fight and get into a situation. Akil's going to kind of get thrown to his back here. No points awarded. It's still 2-2 at this point. Both guys fighting. Akil's got to find a way to get out of there. He's got to find a way to get up. Keokuk's able to take him to the ground here. Akil's still fighting. Keokuk's working on maybe. He's got Akil in a bad situation, flat like that. Akil's got to fight to his feet and continue to fight here. Akil here we go! Reversal to the back. So that's going to put it up 4-2. Akil's got him pretty tight. And it's all fall, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so that is a turn 2 workshop pin and a bloodhound fall. getting ready for varsity, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but that's 4 straight pins for our JV group. All right, so Joe. Okay, so Joe Hartman. I'll call him the maniac, the mini maniac, Joe Hartman. Loves UFC, loves to fight, loves to wrestle, loves to play football. He's just a tough kid, and if you look at tonight's broadcast, I chose Joe to be kind of our feature picture on that. So, yeah, Joe's coming in. He got third place over the weekend. He's got third place the weekend before. So he's putting himself in a pretty good situation where, he could have an opportunity to make a state run, which would be extremely exciting for Joe Hartman. So the mini maniac, Joe Hartman, getting ready to rock and roll here as we're finishing all the meetings. Everyone's shaking their hands. The legendary Coach Smith. Shaking hands. He's a one of a kind, man. One of the greatest dudes I've ever met.
We're opening at 165.
165.
For Fort Madison, Joe Hartman. And for Keokuk, Xavier Johnson.
Okay, so we got Xavier Johnson going against the mini maniac Joe Hartman at 165 is where we'll start tonight. It's going to be exciting to watch this match. Again, Joe has had a wonderful run here, but he's had a couple matches he'd like to get back. Joe's going to go and he's going to be aggressive right away. He's going to throw it to his back right away. Holy cow! So that's going to be a takedown to back. Joe Hartman working on the young man from Keokuk. Really, he's putting a lot of pressure. If Joe can get his weight back there, he can put him in a situation of a potential fall. A lot of time left to go in this period, to be able to hold through that. Joe's got him tight, at least 3 points here, if not a fall. So Joe's still wrenching him, not in a situation right now where he can pin him, but he's still working. He's going to work his legs back. Joe's still putting a lot of pressure. If he can straighten out that. Oh, there we go. 47 seconds in to the first period. The mini maniac, Joe Hartman, picks up the fall against Keokuk. Fort Madison now up 6-0 in this contest.
175.
Jack the Beast Benner. Excited.
For Fort Madison, Jack Benner, and for Keokuk, Conrad Kirchner.
So we got Kirchner versus the Beast. Okay, it's awesome. It's always awesome to watch Jack wrestle. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jack the Beast Benner against Kirchner of Keokuk at 175. Oh, Kirchner's going to go right into Jack. But I tell you what, Jack, as a freshman wrestling at this weight class, does not back down from anybody. Jack's still working, working head to head. Kirchner's got a lot of tools. He's gonna take Jack down, and he's gonna get a 2-point takedown. Let's see how Jack does from the bottom. Kirchner's got that. He took Jack to his back, and Kirchner's gonna get the fall. So that's gonna tie things up. 6-6. 6-6. Sorry, Jack. Jack is a freshman going up against Kirchner. It's all good, buddy. Freshman against senior.
Isaac Thatcher.
Ike the Hammer Thatcher is going to get a forfeit this evening, so that's going to put Fort Madison up 12-6.
At 2:15 for Fort Madison.
Teague Smith.
For Fort Madison, Teague Smith.
Watching Teague come to the center of the match here, get his hand raised. That'll put Fort Madison up 18-6. Excited to see Teague as he gets closer and closer to 100 wins.
For Keokuk, Micah Kay. And for Fort Madison, Corey Arnett.
All right, so we got K versus CJ Arnett. 285 pounds. I love to watch CJ wrestle. He kind of wrestles like a 145 pounder, not a 285 pounder, which it just gets me fired up. All right, so CJ's going to smack his legs. He's going to go up against again the K, who is a sophomore. CJ Arnett, a junior. CJ just kind of messing with him, pulling his head down. It's obvious that CJ has a lot more power. Ooh, we got some push there. K's gonna kind of lock in hands, so he's not afraid of CJ, which as a wrestler you shouldn't be. CJ trying to put himself into a collar tie situation at the edge of the mat. CJ really cranking the arm. I wouldn't be surprised if CJ doesn't is gonna pull K back to the center of the mat. So K tries to do a little bit of work there, tries to do a throw, but CJ Arnett's going to go up 2-0. And CJ, I tell you what, right on top, man, it's going to be awfully tough for K to stay off his back in this situation. Oh, he's going to roll him over to his back. He was, tell you what, K, if he would have kept moving, he would have had a chance for an escape. Almost a minute left to go in the first period. CJ still putting a lot of pressure on K, trying to wrap him up, does the crossface here. And then maybe trying to set up, okay, there it is. CJ's turning K over to his back. 50 seconds left is a long time, ladies and gentlemen, for CJ Arnett to be on top of you. And I think that's pretty tight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens here. At least got 3 points here. Still looking, still trying to advance. CJ, okay, there it is. All right, so 90 seconds into the first period, CJ Arnett gets a turn 2 workshop pin and a Bloodhound fall. That puts your Fort Madison Bloodhounds up 24-6 going into the younger weights.
At 106 for Fort Madison, Cole Quittem.
Cole Fortnite Quittem, ladies and gentlemen, is going to get a forfeit this evening. That's going to put the Bloodhounds up 30-6. It's going to be tough to be able to dig out of a dual hole when you look at that situation. So 30-6.
For Fort Madison, Brody Bolander, and for Keokuk, James Knapp.
Okay, so we got James Knapp against Brody Bolander. We got a freshman against a sophomore. This ought to be a good match. Brody's coming off kind of being banged up. It's good to see him getting healthy here at the right time for the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. So Neff's going to try to wrench on Brody. Brody kind of stalking on the edge here. Brody, both guys kind of fighting the fingers and the hands here, which in college they'd be screaming to get off the hands. Brody's got that arm pretty tight. He's going to put himself in a situation, scrambles and gets a 2-point takedown. Brody's going to take Neff to his back, but Neff's going to get a reversal and put Brody in all kinds of trouble, ladies and gentlemen. So 2-point reversal. So we're sitting up 2-2, and this is going to be a firework match here. 2-2. Brody's got to get himself in a situation where he can get out of this, okay? A lot of times, okay, so Neff's still working. Brody's going to get a reversal, and he's going to put Neff on his back. And and Neff is going to get a reversal. So I'm telling you, it's like super fire. So 1-point escape. Brody Bolander up 6-3 in this match. He was able to get back points. Brody goes for that single leg, and textbook. Neff's going to be able to fight. They're in kind of a scramble situation. Brody really working, man. He put a lot of pressure on him. Looks like Brody's going to be able to get a 2-point takedown here. So Brody Bolander of Fort Madison goes up 6-3 of Neff of Keokuk. Brody trying to get him locked to the ground because Neff is really good at kind of scrambling out of those situations. 20 seconds left to go in the first period. Brody kind of working on some back points, still working on his offense. But I tell you what, it's going to be difficult. It's got to hold him down. 10 seconds left to go in the first period. Brody, see, this is where Brody kind of put himself in trouble. And Neff's not only going to get a reversal, but he's going to get some back points here, I believe, as well. So, all right. So it appears it's going to be 8-5, 8-5, and that's where Brody's got to be careful. So 8-5 at the beginning of the second period. Let's see. Brody Bolander's going to defer, and Neff of Keokuk is going to choose down. So 8-5. Oh, we got a light issue. Okay, so the lights are back on, so we're good. All right, so Brody's going to give him an escape. So 8-6, which is smart. Brody is doing a real nice job with that single leg and kind of the wrap behind and doing those sorts of things. So both guys, going head to head. Brody working on that single leg at the edge. He's got to get back to the center of the mat. That's where Mason Show's kind of telling him, hey, guys, get back to the center of the mat. Both guys, again, head to head. Oh, I don't like the side-to-side head here, Brody. Brody working on that arm pretty hard. And both guys, we're going to see who has the most stamina. Brody Bolander, Fort Madison up 8-6. Okay, so a takedown look from Neff. Brody's got the headlock, so we're in a scramble situation. We're going to see what happens here. Brody's got to get his head up, and Brody's going to get a takedown to back, and that could be a fall, ladies and gentlemen. That could. Oh, it is! Brody Bolander, Fort Madison, going to get a turn 2 workshop pin and a bloodhound fall. Luke Vanderpool, Lone Wolf, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see what happens here against Moore of Keokuk. Okay, so Riley Moore of Keokuk, Vanderpool, Lone Wolf, Fort Madison. Last time I had a Vanderpool match, we blacked out. I don't know what happened. Luke working head to head. Luke, I tell you, Luke's done a nice job. Both he and all three of our younger weights. All those freshmen really working. Okay, so Vanderpool and Moore, I think, have wrestled before. So both guys, lots of fighting here, lots of hand fighting. Head to head. Both guys working extremely hard, trying to push each other back and forth here. Oh, man, Lone Wolf got himself in trouble. It's going to be a 2-point takedown for Moore. Vanderpool just needs to fight out of this, get up. He's very dangerous underneath, as far as working for those reversals. But Moore's able to flatten Vanderpool down. He's got that arm, which puts Vanderpool in a tough situation. So we're going to see back points. It's going to be extremely difficult to pin. I'd say, potentially dangerous, which is smart. It's going to be 2 back points. Vanderpool is going to be down 4-0 on Moore. Man, I tell you, I don't think I've seen a neck stretch like that in years. It's crazy. All right, so Moore's going to cover up on Vanderpool. Vanderpool's really got to work on the Granby roll or get up. He's got to fight off those hands. Vanderpool's still working, trying to get hard. Moore's doing a really good job riding. Vanderpool's still trying to fight out of his. Going to get an escape, I think. No. So Vanderpool gets thrown to his back. So it's going to be at least back points. I think Vanderpool's in trouble at this point, but still fighting through. It's going to be a fall for Moore of Keokuk. But you know what? Vanderpool fought hard here. So that's gonna change things. The score 36-12.
At 126 for Fort Madison, Noah Swigert, and for Keokuk, Robert Howe.
Okay, we got senior Robert Howes against junior Noah Swigert. Noah's struggled a little bit as of late, but he's a returning state qualifier for the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. Tough kid. It's nice to watch him go. So here we go. Swigert, kind of feeling out the Howes kid of Keokuk. Both guys, okay, Noah's going to go in for that double leg takedown, but I tell you what, man, Noah's going to get himself in trouble It's going to be a 2-point takedown out of bounds from Robert Howells. They're going to come back to the middle of the mat. Noah will be down. Noah just got himself just maybe a little bit too overly aggressive there at the edge. Noah is going to work here. I tell you, Howell's able to. He's got his body pretty hard here, working on the legs. And seen a lot of legs wrestlers this year. Noah has, and I tell you, the 126-pound weight class is a very tough weight class, very competitive in the state. And Noah's going to get himself in trouble on his back here. And Howells has got him pretty tight. Stupid lights coming out. Okay, so going to be a 3-point, 3 points on the back. It's going to be 5-0. Swigert of Fort Madison down. I don't think I've ever watched a match in the dark like this before, but you know, it is what it is, right? I guess everyone here in the crowd could get their phones out and kind of light it in there. All right, so there will be light. 1:13 left to go in the first period. Okay, so we had 3 points, so it's 5-0. The Howells over Swigert. Okay, so Howells chooses to have Swigert go up, so it's going to be 5-1. Noah's really got to get on his offense here and put himself in a situation of a takedown to back. Howells, pretty tough wrestler from Keokuk. You can see the definition of both these guys. Howells goes in for a single leg. Noah's able to call that off. Oh, he's able to take Noah down, and he's going to take Noah to his back. It's just going to be a 2-point takedown. Howells is going to wrap those legs in. He's got Noah down pretty flat. 7-1 at this point. 43 seconds left to go in the first period. Noah's just got to fight. Try to find a way to fight and get up. Both these guys will see each other again a week from Saturday, which will be good. Noah working on a reversal. He's able to get his head up. So now the score is 7-3. Swigert's able to get out of that situation. Now we're going to see what Noah's top game is going to look like here. Howell's able to fight it off. I don't know whether he's getting back points or not, but if Howells is able to get his head out of that situation, they're both kind of in a scramble roll situation. Going to be out of bounds. Still going to be 7-3. 7 seconds left to go in the first period of this 126-pound match. Noah's going to cover up on Howells. Howells is going to try to do a Granby roll, try to fight it out. 3 seconds left. Noah just can't give up. Okay, so no points awarded. So we're going to begin the second period. It's going to be 7-3 Howells of Keokuk over Noah Swigert. Okay, so Howells is going to choose down, beginning of the second period, 7-3. Noah's going to cover up. Noah, his top game hasn't been too bad. If he can just, get himself in a situation where he can flatten down Howells and get some back points here. Noah working. Howells able to put himself in a situation. Noah's got him on his back or had him, but Noah working that front a little bit too high for my liking. But that's going to put Noah in a reversal situation. So Swigert's going to go down 9-3. Howell's putting a lot of pressure on there. He's trying to lock the legs back in, working on that arm, trying to get some more back points, and he's going to get some back points, if not a fall here, with 1:15 left. Noah's trying to fight out of it, but he's definitely in trouble. Howell's putting a lot of pressure on that top side. Noah trying to work on that bridge. There it is. So it's going to be a fall against. It's going to be Howells of Keokuk winning by fall on Noah Swigert. That's going to move the score to 36-18.
At 132. For Keokuk, Josh Ball.
So we got senior Josh Baum.
And for Fort Madison, Logan Pinnock.
So we got Baum versus Pinnock. See what happens here. Logan, he's also coming off a weekend third place at Cedar Rapids. Logan's going to smack the hands, and he's going to go into bomb here. Bomb pretty low. This should be a pretty competitive match, on paper. Logan's working. He's totally unorthodox 90% of the time here. Logan working on that front headlock, and Logan's going to throw bomb to his back. And I tell you, with there's not a whole lot of time left to go in the first period. To put himself in this situation, he's got her fairly tight. So it's at least 3 points here, if not a fall. It's going to be okay. So it's going to be a turn 2 workshop pin and a bloodhound fall. Logan Pinnock is going to win by fall over bomb at 138. So we're getting ready for 144.
At 138.
Oh, 138. I thought that was 138. But
for Keokuk, Xavier Nelson.
Okay, we got sophomore Xavier Nelson at 138 against Tatum Shellick. Tatum coming off 5th place up at Cedar Rapids, so he was able to get on the award stand. It's tell you, this Tatum Shellick is a beast, works hard, going up against Xavier Nelson of Keokuk. So be fun watching these guys. Both guys, trying to tie up here, trying to fight for position. Pretty fast match for 144 or 138, I guess. Tatum still working hard, trying to put himself in a situation. I'd rather see him head to head, but it is what it is, right? Let's see here. Nelson working. Tatum going in for a shot. Nelson able to fight that off. Both guys putting a lot of pressure on their shoulders here. Okay, so going to be out of bounds. We're going to go back to the center of the mat. Okay, so Tatum, definitely trying to work on this Xavier Nelson of Keokuk. Tatum is definitely putting in a lot more offense than Xavier has at this point. Okay, so we're going to go out of bounds. So we're going to call stall. So that's going to be a warning for stalling on green. So Tatum definitely edging him out here. It's always good to get that call early. Tatum grabbing his head pretty hard here. Tatum trying to put himself in a situation where he could potentially throw down, out of bounds again. Out of bounds. The crowd is not happy, but it is what it is. Okay, 0-0, 50 seconds left to go in the first period. Tatum is definitely putting himself in a situation where he's close to maybe 1 point, maybe a 1 point stall. But okay, so Xavier kind of backing up. Shellick still kind of on the move. It's kind of like a Muhammad Ali fight, shake and bake. I don't know. So both guys working. Tatum trying to put himself in a situation. He's got a lot of pressure on that head, a lot of pressure on the arm. Tatum's trying to put himself in a situation where he could potentially get a throw. I'd like to see him go down for maybe a single leg takedown type situation. Tatum's going to lock up. Xavier's able to fight off. Xavier's going to go in for a takedown. He's going to get it. A 2 point takedown on Shellick. It waited a long time Shellick's able to get out of that. So 1 point escape. It's going to be 2-1. 1 second left to go in the first period, and that stall call should come back in play, I would say. See, backing up like that and that type of situation, I don't know what I would call. But all right, so red is going to choose down. So Shellick's going to go down here. It's 2-1. 2-1. Xavier's going to kind of go across. He's going to try to throw Shellick. I would have liked to have seen Shellick maybe put himself in a Granby roll type situation or something like that. He's got to fight to his feet and get up. There's a Granby. Trying to roll. Just can't get himself caught. Okay, Tatum's going to get an escape. So it's all knotted up. 2-2. Tatum, what is going on here? Oh, we got a blood time. So we're gonna be blood time. It's too bad, man, to not get that takedown at that point. But it is what it is. All knotted up. 1:39 left to go in the second period. Tatum Shellick and Xavier Nelson of Keokuk. All right, we'll do a couple things. Aaron Weichert, good job, Joe. Ben Heitman saying so proud of his boy, which was a beast tonight. We got Aaron, good job, CJ and Brody, and then we got Bro Man from Settles. So, the score is 2-2, but it's not indicative of what the match has been like, in my opinion. I think maybe with that stall call could put himself in a situation, but Tatum Shellick's got to put himself in a situation where he gets some extra points, some bonus points, so he's not in a situation where he could get himself in trouble. Especially what happened at the end of the first period, where Xavier was able to get that takedown and then he was able to get that escape. But those 2 points at the end, man, you see it over and over and over in wrestling. So let us know what you think of the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are having a good time here in Keokuk tonight. Our boys are currently up 42-18, and in well command of another conference victory in the Southeastern Conference. Okay, so we got time. Still some more blood time. Xavier is in a situation where if they can't get the bleeding to stop, then it would turn into a medical forfeit situation. So we'll see what happens. Yes, Mr. Guzman, Akil, the real deal, had one fantastic match tonight. All right, so I'm going to play a commercial and we'll be right back. So we are back. We're still kind of waiting. We're getting closer and closer to a situation of potentially a medical forfeit, but we will see. How the time's going to adjust and that sort of stuff and how it works. But you're watching Bloodhound Wrestling on the Dog Pound Radio Network. And be sure to follow us on all formats. Instagram, Coaching Culture, Coach Banks 1 on Snapchat if you do the Snapchat thing, TikTok, CCA Culture, at CCA Culture on X, which is formerly Twitter, Facebook, Dog Pound Radio, YouTube, Coaching Culture and Athletics. All right, so we're back. 1:38 left. Long break. Let's see if Tatum can take control. He appeared to be in a situation where he was going to get not only a reversal or a takedown, but back points. And then we had our blood time. So Xavier is going to go for a takedown here, a single leg. We're in a scramble situation. Tatum's got to get his head out here, and he's. Okay, so we're going to be in a potentially dangerous situation, so we'll see a restart here. Still 2-2. Another blood timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Doggone. Lots of blood. So Mason Chow kind of pointing to the center. Going to make sure that Tatum doesn't have any blood on him, which he does. So he's going to move over. Man, Rickelman with the water bottle. Coach Smith says, "When will this night ever end?" And I will throw this out there, Isaac. We are at one light left on our thing, which I probably should have, got an extension cord or something like that. But definitely shout out to Sir Isaac Newton down there. Hey, go in front of the camera, Isaac, and show the people your face. We want to see it. No, your face, man. There's Sir Isaac Newton, which had a birthday, by the way, here recently. Hopefully our battery situation will hold up. Tatum's going to come back here. Xavier Nelson still being tended to for the second blood timeout. 2-2, 1:08 left to go in the second period. It appears that Xavier is ready to go. So once Mason makes sure there's no blood and all that sort of stuff, we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right. They're going to have to get a blue light out there, maybe. Blue light special on blood. All right. You didn't know that I was full of dad jokes, did you? But I am pretty corny. I'm from Iowa. Come on, folks. Can you at least put a happy face in there? I'm a little bit delirious because, I'm stuck on just over 2 hours by myself tonight. All right, so Tatum's going to lock up. Xavier's going to back away. About 1 minute left to go in the second period. Be nice to see Shellick get a takedown here or something to that nature. Put himself in a situation where he's in a commanding lead versus in a situation where you get yourself in trouble and say, oh, they're going to be out of bounds. Again, it's kind of a scramble situation. Both guys, in my opinion, are really even Steven. Tatum working along here. Call a stall. He's still got that 1 point, in his back pocket. We'll see what happens. He's pushing him back. Tatum going to get a 2-point takedown at the edge of the mat, so they're going to go out of bounds. We're going to come back to the center. That's just what the doctor ordered, ladies. More blood. Oh no. Okay. So Xavier's down. Tatum's going to cover up here. 30 seconds left to go in the second period in a very entertaining match here. Be nice if we get some back points here, and he's getting them. This is going to be huge. Does he get 2 points? Does he not get 2 points? He's going to get 2 points. Tatum just can't get himself in a bad situation here. So right now, Tatum Shellick up 6-2 on Xavier. Working that front headlock pretty hard here. He's got a lot of power. Xavier is really trying to fight. So it's going to end the second period. Tatum Shellick of Fort Madison is going to be up 6-2 on Xavier Nelson of Keokuk. All right, not sure what's going on here. Another blood timeout. Good grief. Okay, got a little bit more blood. Man, this puts us in a potential situation, Isaac, where we could run out of juice. Might have to pull off the microphone. It's crazy. Isaac, get out there and start cleaning that mat, man. What are you doing? Give him a hard time, right? Rodney, the score is currently Bloodhounds 42 and Keokuk Chiefs 18. To give you kind of some feedback of the ladies match, the Lady Bloodhounds won 42-12 against the Chiefs. So we're doing good. Lots of great stuff. We had 4 JV matches and we had 4 pins from our Fort Madison boys. So it's been a great night. Great night to be a Bloodhound. All right, so we're going to go third period. Keokuk's going to choose down. Tell you, this match has felt like it's lasted 3,432 hours. Xavier is able to get up. Shellick's going to put himself in trouble. Okay, getting back points. Not good. Not good. Shellick was just a little bit too overly aggressive here. And tell you, third period, 1:36 left to go in the third period. It's going to be a fall. And Shellick's just maybe a little bit too overly aggressive against Xavier Nelson, who will get the fall against Tatum Shellick. Moves the score to Bloodhounds 42, Keokuk 24.
And for Keokuk, Gavin Lemaster.
Okay, so we got Lemaster versus Goodrich. We've got this ought to be a great match. Goodrich is really coming on strong. Lemaster is a freshman from Keokuk. Both guys shake hands, go to the center. Goodrich working on that front headlock, working hard. It's a nice looking freshman, Lemaster. Both guys still working. Both guys grabbing each other. We're going to see what happens. Goodrich tries to kind of do a throwdown. Goodrich trying to do a throw against the bigger, lankier Lemaster. Both guys still working head to head. Lots of pressure. Like to see more of a single leg, double leg look here. Goodrich it appears Lemaster's got Goodrich kind of wrenched up a little bit. Both guys head to head now. Okay, so Goodrich is trying to do a throw. He's going to get it done. No. Oh, it got to be potentially dangerous. Okay, so Goodrich is able to get him down, take down to back, and he's got Lemaster in all sorts of trouble. And it's going to be a turn 2 workshop pin and a Bloodhound fall. So that's going to move the score up to 54 to 24. So we got Rainer Johnson going up against a senior Anthony Stice. Another freshman senior matchup situation. So we'll see what happens here. Nice to see Rainer out there getting ready to go. I don't know what they're doing. Blood spots, maybe. This is like a CSI investigation scene, ladies and gentlemen. As much blood splatter as we're seeing out there. Okay, so here the matches that are left, we got Rainer Johnson and Nolan Riddle, and we got 2 matches to go. We got 1 light on. Hopefully we can keep the lights on for you and start rocking and rolling. So 150, Anthony Stice. And Rainer Johnson's nickname is like RJ, but doesn't he look like Farmstrong Cowboy? Okay. Just kind of look at him, and when you see him in the hallway or you see him out and about, say, are you Farmstrong Cowboy? All right, so here we go. Anthony Stice against Rainer Johnson. Both guys working. I tell you, Stice is a tall, lanky kid. Would have liked to have seen Stice wrestle, Cheetah. But both Rainer's working. Rainer a little bit smaller. Stice has Rainer in trouble. He's going to get if Rainer can get his head out of there. So Stice is going to get a takedown to back, and Rainer's in big trouble on Stice with 1:34 left to go in the first period. Rainer's really trying to fight out of that situation. You can see it. You can see it in his face, man. It's a lot of pressure on that arm. Rainer's going to get Stice in trouble. I tell you what, Farmstrong's got Stice in trouble, And he could get a fall. He could get it. I'm telling you what. Oh, my goodness gracious. Rainer Johnson gets the fall on Anthony Stice Sr. from Keokuk. So 60 to 24. Man. Nolan Riddle goes out there, and it appears. Okay, so it's going to be a forfeit. So 66-24 is your final. You've been watching Bloodhounds Wrestling on the Dog Pound Radio Network. We love you, man. Follow us and share us, and get a copy of my books. Check it out.